welcome. So basically, in this wonderful intuitive reading, this will be for Gemini. This will be for a Gemini reading for August the 26th to September 2nd of 2026. So you know what you're going through, Gemini. You understand what you're going through in every single time and way, and this is how physical outcome there is. But you need to understand to expect yourselves a little bit wisely. So if that is the case, you need to pay attention to what you're going through. In that way, in that own state of mind, you think to yourself, like, okay, well, everything's all great, everything's all comfortable, that's how it goes. But what this is, no matter what, is going to be interesting between your P's and Q's of that, how understanding of how it is. You need to focus. You need to focus about this, the way how it is in that way. And you're going to focus on what you're going to be doing in your own experience. But what this is, you need to understand that, right? So that's what it seems to be in that way. So you need to understand to prove yourself wisely to get the better outcome, and that's how it's going to be in that way. So you need to understand about how it seems to be in that way, because that's what's happening in that way. Then you need to understand that. You need to behold of what you're doing in that way and think to yourself, it's like, well, this is going to be how it goes. Oh, this is the way it happens in that way. So let's see. So let's see what's going on. So for you, Gemini, you have basically the here and where you want guidance, and the 10 of Swords where you want conclusions. The way of this is that these are two different words in that way. Whether you want guidance, whether you want conclusions, that's what's happening for you, Gemini. But what this is, no matter what you're going through, in every single way, that's how it goes, right? You have to depend on your ability from the where you're going to look at something in different point of view, right? So the way of this is, if you focus on that, you need to focus on that, right? You need to be bold and you have to be beautiful. You need to do exactly what you're going through, but in that way, that's what's happening in that way. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So let's see what's happening. Let's see. So this will be, let's see what's going on here. Alright, so in that we have basically, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. There's no excitement here. Okay, so you're not being excited. That's what's happening in that way. So withdrawal of that excitement, you're not having excitement at all, but that's what it seems to be. Things will change overall, Gemini, but that's what's happening in that way. So let's see. So going from the middle to the right, middle to left. Page of Swords reversed, there's no education. Rose over, there's completion. Two Wands reversed, there's no planning. Stars over, there's inspiration. Ace of Pentacles reversed, there's no prospect about money. Six Swords over, there's movement. Exactly. So if you want things to be happening in that way, you're going to go in that direction tonight. So things will be okay, but you need to understand that. Okay. So let me see what's this Virgo card in this Six Swords about. Queen Cups reversed, there's no empathy. Fool reversed, there's no change. Nine Pentacles reversed, you're feeling uncomfortable. Exactly. So when you're feeling uncomfortable, things are not going as planned, but that's what's happening in that way. What's between the middle and the left side, please? Five of Cups over, there's grief. Moon is over, there's meditations. Two reversed, there's no progress. Five Pentacles over, there's prospect about money. Nine Cups over, there's fulfillment. Exactly. So whether this is, that's what's happening in that way. Because you're going to detain, you're going to be valuable, but that's what's happening in that way. Let me clarify this nine Pentacles here. King Wands reversed, there's no leadership. Emperor reversed, there's no nourishment. The Strength reversed, there's no bravery, so you're being scared, Gemini. That's interesting. What's this Nine Cups about? Three Wands reversed, there's communication. The Hermit reversed, there's no solitude. Two Pentacles reversed, you're unbalanced. Seven Pentacles are you want to have, physically about knowing about your career. That's what's happening in that way. So whether you might be dealing with an Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you need to focus on what you're doing in that way. Let me clarify the Strength card. Two Swords reversed, you know which path you're going to take. Five Wands reversed, there's no chaos. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, there's no prospect about money. Ace of Wands reversed, there's new beginnings. Exactly, that's what's happening. Page 1 reversed, there's basically prospects. Here there's no guidance. There's obsessive addictions. Exactly. There's something that was happening in that way. So things are about to change. This is what's happening in that physical outcome. Let's see what this St. Pentacles about. Three of Cups, there's celebration. Taurus, there's transformation. Nine of Swords, there's actually drama here. Exactly. Drama is almost like a part of acting, but that's what's happening that way. What's this Nine of Swords about? Queen of Swords, there's no independence. King of Cups, there's no support. Seven of Swords, you're not feeling deceit. Nine of Cups, you want romance. Exactly. So if you're focusing on that ability to have the romance intact, that's what's happening in that way. But when you have no support, Gemini, it's like things are not going as planned. It's like you're saying, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. Things will shift as it goes along. So let me clarify this Devil card here on the right side. Page of Cups, there's no loyalty. Ten of Cups, there's conclusion. Nine of Swords, there's trauma here. Exactly. Things are not going as planned, but it's like you're saying, woe is me, and that's what you're thinking about. What's this Nine of Cups about? Ten Pentacles, you want wealth. Three Pentacles, you want excitement. Wheel of Fortune is over, you want to have good luck on your side. Four of Cups, you want distraction. Ace of Cups, you want satisfactory. High Priestess, you're using your voice. Two of Cups is you basically want relationships and friendships. That's all you can do. What's this Nine of Swords about? Empress, you want structure. Eight of Cups, there's observation. Those reverse, there's no decisions. Death cards, there's endings. Yeah, because you might be focusing on the Scorpio. Yeah, so things are going as planned, but you're thinking to yourself, it's like, well, this is the part of the new direction in this way, but this is how physical it is in that way. So you need to focus about your own experiences, what you're going through in every single each day you become, right? So Gemini, you need to focus on what you're going through in that way. So I'm gonna go from the middle, from the left, the middle, and the right. Triggers, there's no progress. Moon's over, there's meditations. Sun cards over, there's positivity. Okay, so I understand what's happening over there. So let's see. What's going on with this Chariot card? Empress over, there's structure. Taurus over, there's transformation. Wheel of Fortune over, you're having good luck. Exactly. Everything's changing bit by bit, day after day. But when you have that structure, you need to know what's going to happen in that way. Okay, so you need to be who you are, but that's what's happening in that way. What's this Moon card about? Death cards, there's no endings. Those cards, there's no decisions. Hermits over, there's solitude. Yeah, because you might be focusing on where you're focusing on, Libra, or you might be focusing on the solitude, whatever it is, Gemini, but you're focusing on what's going on, right? So whether you need a soulmate or not, but it all depends on your point of view. What's the Sun card about? Magician, you want skill. Empress, there's nourishment. Words, there's completion. The Stars, there's inspiration. Moon, there's meditations. Him, there's restrictions. Exactly. So when you focus on yourself, the way of how it seems to be, that's what you're focusing on, right? You need to focus about your own abilities to have that, the way of how this is, whether you're going to take yourself and, have your own hiatus break, right? You want to have a pause, and you're going to pause of everything if you decide to, Gemini. But things will come to an end, as they go along. So if you focus on the positive, you need to focus on that. Okay, Gemini, that's what you're going through in that way. So let me clarify this Wheel of Fortune here. Hermes reverse, you already have a soulmate. Taurus reverse is no healing. High Priestess reverse, you're not showing your inner voice. Strength cards are there's bravery. Exactly. So when you're focusing on bravery, that's what you want. But when you have no bravery whatsoever, you're being scared, you need to focus on bravery, and that's all you can do. What is this Hermit card about? The reverse is no obsessive addictions. Hangman is over, there's restrictions. Exactly. So you're being restricted. So between these two cards, as to the Hangman that's upright, both of them have restrictions at the same time. So what's in the middle between the Hangman and this Hangman on the right side? Fool reverse is no change. Magician's reverse is no skill. Tarot reverse is no transformation. Star reverse is no inspiration. There's reverse is no decisions. The word is over, there's completion. Exactly, everything's completed. So when you look at things from a different perspective, that's all you can do, right? So it's like you need to understand about you leave it or you break it. But the way of this is you can't, right? So Gemini, you need to focus on your abilities to understand what's happening, right? Because you need to build about that time and a half of how you're going to, have your own regular routines if you're going through that, right? If you're going through relationships or friendships or, you're going to work, whatever it is, Gemini, you need to focus on that dignity in that respect of what's happening in that way. So let's see. So I'm going from the left, middle, and right. So we have the High Priestess over there, in the voice. King of Swords over there's knowledge. And the Nine Pentacles here is you're feeling uncomfortable. Okay, so what's this High Priestess about? King of Pentacles, there's no security. Chariot over there's progress. Moon is over there's meditations. So basically, you're focusing on your inner voice. Basically, you have this this misrepresentation of basically being affected by the moon. You have the Chariot because you want progress. So you're making progress as it goes along. Okay? So we'll clarify the King of Swords, but I'll clarify this Nine Pentacles. Hangman is over, there's restrictions. Page of Cups reverse is no loyalty. Queen of Cups reverse is no empathy. Nine of Cups reverse, there's no romance. 6 of Wands reverse, there's achievement. Exactly. So you want to achieve something. What's also with achievement? 9 of Wands reverse, there's fear. Followed by the 5 of Wands reverse, there's no chaos. Ace of Swords reverse, there's a misunderstanding. Exactly. There is some kind of misunderstanding because that's what's happening in that way. What's this Ace of Swords about? King of Wands reverse, there's passion, so you want leadership. String reverse, there's no bravery, so you're being scared. 3 of Pentacles reverse, you want excitement. King of Cups reverse, you want support. Exactly. That's what the misunderstanding is. Is that when you have a misunderstanding, it means that you want to have support, right? So whether you focus on your own main frame, and that main frame is that you need to focus on your support, that's what all you can do, Gemini. But what this is, you need to focus on that. What's the King of Swords about? 8 of Wands, right? You want speed. 10 of Swords, you're healing. 9 of Cups reverse is no fulfillment. Queen of Pentacles reverse is no stability. Death card reverse is no endings. 10 of Cups reverse, there's completion. The Empress reverse, you want nourishment. Page of Wands reverse is no invention. 7 of Cups reverse is no delusion. Ace of Cups reverse is no satisfactory. So basically this like unsatisfactory. Queen of Wands reverse is no charisma. 5 of Cups reverse is no grief. The Star reverse is no inspiration. 7 Pentacles reverse, you already have a career. Sun Cups reverse, there's negativity. Exactly, yeah. You're in between the positive and negative, but that's what the universe is saying. You're in negativity. And then you have the 4 of Wands reverse, there's no celebration. 7 of Swords is where you're feeling deceit. Okay, opposite. Empress, you want structure. Magician's reverse is no skill. Ace Pentacles, you want growth. Knight of Pentacles reverse, there's no trust. So basically, you're saying that you don't want trust. You're not trusting anybody. 4 of Swords is up, you want recuperation. Yeah, because you want to recuperate. That's all you can do. So you know what, Gemini, I understand what you're going through, but this is the way it happens. This is the way of how it is in that way. So whether you're focusing on your own self, that's all you can do. But you need to put things into perspective. You need to put things into writing. You need to do what you can, and you need to be valuable. You need to be who who you are, because the way of this is, if you focus on between the positive side and not the negative side, you're going to recuperate. And recuperation is a good way, but you need to understand that. You need to be bold and be beautiful as what you can do. And Gemini, you need to focus on that, because when you focus on things, whether if it's your family members, whether if it's your friends, whether it's your whole entire life, whatever it is, you need to focus on what you're going through in that way, because you need to believe in yourself. Because there's going to be saying that I'm going to say it is picture it. Picture about what's happening in your life, Gemini. Picture about yourself. Picture about having that recuperation and knowing about having your own silence, right? You have to believe in yourself, and that's all you can do. So, I hope you all like this video. Try to believe it. Try to give it a wonderful understanding, and that's what's happening in that way. Because the way of this is what you can do, and that's what it is. So, thanks so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and you need to understand about how this reading is going to go, and that's what it's going to be. So, thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time I do, and enjoy. Because the way this reading goes, that's what's happening in that sort of way. And believe me, it's a very good, accomplished way, and you have to believe in yourself. So thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next one I do. And this is a good reading, and thanks so much. Thank you. Bye for now. Thank you, and bye.